Okay, we gotta clean this up here. How's everybody doing? Good job. Yeah, the babies are going potty. Good. All right. Yep, you got the key. You got the key, now you have to use it. Okay. So, I got my crystals out, and I'm going to get a couple decks here. Yeah, you're just walking around with me for a minute. Yeah, we got the crystals out. Yeah, and we have our red, white, and blue dress on. I guess we have our old President Trump back. So that's congratulations to him. And now let's move forward to Nisara Gasara, Starlink, Tesla. All right, let's get a move on. Medbeds. And we got the Joker card. So that's a wild card. That is the wild card we've been waiting for. Look at that. Isn't that wild? Yep, that's anything can happen now. Okay. Um, there's no politics and there's no money on my spaceship, but I am still here on Earth, so we still have to participate. Irene and Bianca are here. Thank you for joining us. Wild card. And you've got the key, so use it. And they're just telling me that this might have everything to do with a political situation and money when it comes to QFS, Starlink, Tesla, etc. But some of you don't believe that way. Some of you are probably sad that Trump's in, and some of you don't believe in the conspiracy theories, as they're called, or the new quantum system. And as I always just keep saying, that to each his own, and we just have to play it out. And that's why I do energy reading, because we need to stay in the hour and stay in the day, right? And we have to manifest what we want to come into our lives, not set 5-year, 10-year goals, because you can't do that. That's too hard to do. It don't even make sense to do that anymore. So what we have to do is we have to manifest with the universe what we want to come into our life. So with the Joker card being the overall energy, you've got the key, so use it. So, meaning, what do you want to do in life? Do you want to stay at this job, stay with this toxic person, situation? Do you want to move? Do you want to, okay? Now, if some of you are saying, yes, I want to do all them things, but I don't have the means to do it, that's where you have to stop and say, manifestation is thinking as if. So if I was to hand you a briefcase of money, or if the quantum system came into effect tomorrow and you had plenty of money, what would you do? Okay, that's the manifestation that we want to have. Here's a quick story that I heard from my late partner there that I had. Okay, he said, if somebody walks into a room and puts down $1 million in front of you, would you be happy? And everybody's like, yeah, we'd be super happy. And he's like, well, nothing's changed, right? You haven't paid one bill, you haven't bought one house or one car, but your perspective just changed when you saw that $1 million briefcase, and your whole attitude changed, and you haven't spent one penny of it yet. So he was just saying that that's how we have to act. We have to act as though. And I'll tell you, we went from homeless to owning very much stuff and being landlords and AA teachers and sober living folks, okay? And we were homeless when we came in, and I was $25,000 in debt, actually, for child support, and I had 8 years probation hanging over my head, where I could not drink, or I would be thrown away to prison. So I'm just saying that it can be done. I'm not just sitting here talking and I don't know anything, okay? So manifest as is, and it will become. Next card, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, just everything I just said, and there's the next card. Okay, and then we're just gonna take the next card after that was the Four of Wands. So the only thing that's stopping you is you yourself. Okay, and we'll shuffle a few more times, and this one wants to come out. King of Hearts and Six of Hearts. So we've got the cups. We want to stay in a King of Cups vibe. We had that yesterday. And Six of Cups is nostalgia. So you take your past and you make it your asset for today, King of Cups. Now, just like with the political thing, okay, they're going to take their past failure to Biden, their past failure to some of the things maybe they didn't do, right? And they're going to turn it into their asset. Now, we've also heard that a lot of stuff was lies, because everything's lies, right? And that stuff's going to come out. So this is like a brand new chapter. Okay, so your Six of Cups has to be, your nostalgia has to be for an asset. It can't be for a revenge or an anger feeling. And we have to stay in the King of Cups mode. Okay? Now, we've got some Bible ones here, because I think it's important to really stay focused on your spiritual life and not go into this political arena full force. Of course, you're here, you have to participate to an extent, but I could be doing spiritual stuff today and political stuff, and you see what I'm saying? And it's a balancing act. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to shuffle these, and we're just going to see what the Bible tarot cards want to tell you. And I think that's awesome that we can have biblical tarot cards. And the biblicaltarot.com is where I got them. Oh, and today I'm getting a brand new deck called the Rider-Waite, which you guys know about, most of you. And I will get us a reading tomorrow with the new deck. Okay, and I'll shuffle them and open them right in front of you, is what I'm told to do tomorrow. Sometimes I go through them. I do all different stuff. Tomorrow I'll do it right in front of you. We'll open the deck together. It'll be our new chapter deck. All right? Okay, so the bottom of the deck, we have Strength card, and which is a story about Daniel and the lion's den. And my partner always talked about this story too. Okay, this story is really important. And it's a number 8, and he said we were going to go into the 8. I was into the 7, and he said we were going to go into the 8. And he said, you know, he wanted to become like Daniel in the lion's den and have that kind of faith that I had. And he said, you know, I relate the Daniel lion's den story to how, you know, looking at this lion, here's Willie, looking at this big lion, and then having to go into that cage, and then the lion doesn't bite him. The lion just loves him because he's divinely protected by God. He's an agent of God. And the kind of strength that we're asking. Confirmation, Led Zeppelin. You need cooling. Yeah, we need cooling, but we're just getting started. Okay, so the lion didn't bite Daniel because he was divinely protected. Okay, but Daniel still had to have that strength to walk into the lion's den. And that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on right now, big time, is we're asked to walk into all these lions' dens, whether it's 3D, 4D, 5D, whatever dimension we're on, and we're asked to have faith that the lion won't bite us. And we're also supposed to be like lions. Okay, so that's the strength card, and you want to look up Daniel's Lion's Den story for anybody that don't know it. Okay, so this energy is also about learning. It's about learning things. That's why I show you things, ask you to Google anything that you don't understand me talking about. Like I said, if you didn't know what Starlink was, or quantum, or Tesla, Nisara Gasara, I said go ahead and Google it and go down the rabbit hole. Most of us have, we understand, and we're out of the rabbit hole because we've been doing this for many years. Some of you are brand new here, okay? So energy is Daniel in the Lion's Den. Definitely check that out, okay? Then on the top of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. Now we just had the King of Cups, and this says John chapter 4, verse 14. And it says, but whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become a spring of water welling up to eternal life. And this is really important because, again, not only will God save you from the lion, he will never let you go thirsty. And this is thirst for anything. So this is about the Samaritan woman at the well. So another story to look up is the Samaritan woman at the well. When she was pouring water, she gave water to Jesus, not knowing who Jesus was. She wasn't even supposed to talk to men, but she was like Rebecca in the Bible that gave all the animals water, because she knows that water is what keeps us alive, and we all have to have water. I just got done putting 2 bowls of water outside, both sides of my house, because I believe in giving water and food to the stray animals. Okay, so I'm like Rebecca and the girl at the well. Okay, now Jesus said to her, you know, kind of probably like us today would say, I know you, your energy says this, and you really need to do this or do that. He was like an energy healer, and he told her what she needed to hear. And it's an awesome story. I'm not going to tell you all about it, but the Samaritan, the girl at the well, John 4:14. And that is a number 1 card. So we've got number 8 and number 1. Now, I know I said a lot in just those few minutes, so we're going to wrap this up just because there was a lot in there. You got a couple stories to look up, you've got a key to use, and you have manifestations to make. Okay, this is really important. If you had manifestations before, then they're now being activated. They gave you the key. It's like, let's say you asked for a new car and you manifested it, and now I handed you the key and said, your car is ready to go, ma'am, sir, here you go. Okay, well, now you've got to put the key into the vehicle, and you have to be the one to start this new chapter. Now, my car, I got a brand new car in 2022, a brand new pickup truck, and it has a key, but it doesn't use a key. It uses a button. So that's significant too. Okay, you got to press the right buttons once you get the key. Okay, we had a 4 of wands and a 4 of spades. So a 4 of swords is you have been healed. It's like I'll give you one more story that didn't come up here, but when Jesus saw the guy laying on the mat, crippled, he said, "Pick up your mat and walk. You're healed." Or the blind man, you know, you can see now, you know, put some mud in your eyes, whatever the stories are. So there's a story of a blind man in the Bible, and there's a story of a crippled man in the Bible. And there's also another story where they cut the roof open and they come down through the roof and they gave a crippled man to Jesus and he healed him. So there's so many cool stories in the Bible. And whether they've been tampered with or not, see, this is where I said to you before that even if things are tampered with, I can get a lot out of them. So even if them stories were tampered with, right, then it doesn't matter. These stories are awesome. And I believe in Jesus up on the wall and Mary up on the wall. And those are just pictures, you know, they're in my heart. And I'm with them every night in Astro. And I have a strong conviction of that. I know who I am and I know who they are. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to do is show you the crystals. I said I would. Okay, we've got a whole plate of crystals that have been sun-baked. That's one. And then we have another bowl of crystals here. And all different crystals do all different things. You can check out crystals yourself. And if you notice, the more I'm on here, the more assignments you're getting. So you might have to rewind to write down all the assignments. Because now we have crystals, and I just shared 2 or 3 more stories with you. So, okay, and all of this stuff is in heart. It's not memorized. You can't say, well, what chapter is that? What verse is that? Everything's from my heart. I know all this stuff because I've been there. I have actually been there, done that. You know, written the books, sang the songs, as we know. Okay, so I won't get into all that. I love you guys. I am Miss Mystic, and I want to thank you for listening.